I think Darth Maul should have been the main villain for the Star Wars prequels. If Star Wars would have used Darth Maul for the entire prequel trilogy, I think narratively the story would have made much more sense instead of them shoehorning in Count Dooku or General Grievous. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Count Dooku. Christopher Lee is one of the coolest guys ever. I have nothing against his character or him as an actor. But I think we can all agree, though, that Count Dooku was kind of shoehorned into Attack of the Clones. He's kind of just introduced in the credit rolling mark, and we have no idea who he is. As opposed to Darth Maul, who we saw in The Phantom Menace, who killed Qui-Gon. If at the end of The Phantom Menace they would have had Darth Maul escape, I think narratively that would have made a more impactful villain for the rest of the series. Because then you have an established villain that you can go up against for the remainder of the movies that Anakin and Obi-Wan both have personal beefs with. Darth Maul can still kill Qui-Gon, and you can have Obi-Wan resent Darth Maul for that fact. Same thing with Anakin. You can have Anakin want to kill Darth Maul because Anakin was supposed to train with Qui-Gon. So there's that dynamic as well. You can also have the same exact story beats, but take out Count Dooku and just keep Darth Maul as the villain. I also think it would have made Revenge of the Sith much more interesting. You could have Darth Maul be the one to capture Chancellor Palpatine. And then when Obi-Wan and Anakin go to free him, you can still have Obi-Wan getting knocked out and Anakin finally taking down Darth Maul. Anakin could be about to kill Darth Maul when Palpatine says, "Do it." Darth Maul is like, "What the hell?" And then Darth Maul escapes for a third time. Darth Maul then betrays Palpatine, realizing that he wants to usurp him as his apprentice, and Darth Maul's like, "I gotta go end this dude." And then instead of General Grievous, who was also introduced for no reason, you can have Darth Maul escape to the planet that General Grievous escaped to, which then will create more conflict because when Obi-Wan and Anakin go to the Jedi Order, Anakin can be like, "Let me take down Darth Maul, I already beat him," and they're like, "No, we trust Obi-Wan more than you." And instead of that being just about General Grievous, it being about Darth Maul, who Anakin already beat, I think is more impactful and would be more of a reason for Anakin to be jealous of Obi-Wan. Because he could be like in his mind, "I already took down Darth Maul. Why are you sending this guy who was beaten by him when you should just be sending me?" That is better conflict than just General Grievous, who they both had no previous relationships with. I think you can also take it a step further and have Darth Maul say to Obi-Wan, "Hey, dude, just letting you know, Chancellor Palpatine is actually Darth Sidious. You should take him down." Then Obi-Wan can tell that to Anakin, which is what makes Anakin then go and confront Palpatine. And then the final fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul could finally have Obi-Wan killing him, which then is a perfect finish to their conflict. I don't know if I'm talking crazy here, but I really do think that if Star Wars would have used Darth Maul as the villain